So Valentine's Day is almost upon us once again, and here come the Hallmark movies and the Facebook posts and all of those things that stir up a lot of emotion, a lot of feelings if we aren't with that special somebody, or we are with that somebody and they're not so special, or our loved one has died, maybe we've never met them. The bottom line is Valentine's Day can be a mixed bag, but it can also be an opportunity for us to challenge this silly, simplistic idea of soulmate love.
So my name is Ariella, and I am your healer in the afternoon of life and midlife and beyond. And we are soul-centered, a spiritual center for lost meaning and healing in the afternoon of life.
I'm Baruch Halevi, her husband, and your guide through the afternoon of life. And the afternoon of life, midlife, and onwards is an opportunity to really take back what I think is a powerful idea, which is soulmate. It doesn't have to be simplistic. It is not silly if we hold on to the essence, the truth. And for that, I think sometimes we got to go back to the ancients to get some ancient wisdom.
So in the Kabbalistic tradition, we talk about this idea of soulmate as being an Ezer Kenegdo, right? Or a Besheret. So let's start with Besheret. Besheret is in Kabbalah, in Jewish mysticism, this idea that your other connects to you. Your soul is your soulmate. But I would take the idea of Besheret and even expand it. It doesn't mean that there is one person out there for you that is your one true love and your soulmate. There are so many definitions and different people in your life, what mysticism calls your soul family, to help you along your path and help you along your destiny.
Well, the word Besheret in Yiddish literally means destiny. And so it's really those people that are placed onto our path and us onto theirs that help us move towards our destiny. But it isn't a destination. It isn't a here they are, get married, live happily ever after, nearly as much as you don't have a soulmate. You have soulmates, all of those loved ones on your path. Like you say, Ezer, from the Hebrew nurture, and Kenegdo from the word challenge.
Right. So this idea of Ezer Kenegdo, in Hebrew, this challenge mate, is sometimes challenging. It doesn't mean that when we find our soulmates along our path, that they are the yes people. It means that the people, your soul family in your life, are people that help you to look in the mirror, to see where you need to grow, to move you along your path, along your destiny. So this idea of Valentine's Day, it always kind of stirs us up a little bit, because we don't really buy into this idea of, there's one day to celebrate your love, and there's one way and only one love. There are many different loves along the way and different types of love.
And especially because we both work with so many clients who are in different types of loss, whether it's divorce or the death of a loved one. And it can be painful, hurtful to think of this as, but it's not me. It's not my soulmate. He or she isn't here. Just counseled somebody on the death of a loved one, and we talked about, your loved one's body is dead, but not their love. Love is not born, nor does it die. And if they are your soulmate, and unequivocally this person is, they are with you in a different shape and form, so you can be with them on this Valentine's Day. You can be with them the day after, on the 15th and 16th and 17th, and that's the beauty of soulmate love, right? It is always there. It never dies.
I think what you touched on is something really important. It's this idea of love. When we choose love is expansive. Love is not something you can hold in your hand and say, this is it. This is what love is. Love has so many different definitions. It's an energy. It's just like something, it's not tangible. It's expansive to release all space and time. So love can transcend beyond this earthly plane to your loved one. It can go so much farther than we think. So this idea, A, of this specific day, and B, that you have to have a certain love sitting across from you at a dinner table, is so untrue. Your love and so many feelings that you have towards that person that you may have lost can continue on. It morphs, it changes. Just like in a relationship on this earthly plane, our love changes. The love that we've had for each other for 22 years has morphed, it's changed. My mom, who my parents divorced when I was younger, and at our wedding, my mom said to her ex-husband, my father, and then to her now husband, she said, I've always honored and loved my ex-husband, Jim. I love that young love that we had. Theirs was in a young love based on who they were at that time. And she said to her husband, Rob, she said, I love our mature love. And she could really hold that space between both types of love so beautifully.
And it wasn't an either or. So many people I counsel who are in the sunset of life, and have remarried maybe because their spouse died, they carry this kind of guilt with them. They carry a guilt with them that they've remarried, that they're loving somebody else. But love isn't a zero-sum game. Because you're loving your second husband or second wife, doesn't mean you loved your first any less. In fact, in many ways, it's a tribute to them if you choose to go that route, because love loves. That's what it does. And the alternative for that person would have been to turn it off, to put it away, to shut it down. Now, for another person, they might choose to go a different path and to love by not going down that route. There is no right way. There is no wrong way. There is your way. And maybe we'll end with this because we have a whole podcast on this. Don't give away your power to Valentine's Day or to this idea of soulmate love as something outside of you. Take back your power if you're with that person, if you're not with that person, if they're ascended to the next world, if you've been divorced. Love is yours. Hold on to it. Don't let death take it. Don't let divorce take it. Don't let being alone, single, take it. You get to hold soulmate love regardless of who's sitting across from you or not on Valentine's Day.
And of course, I have to have the last word. So finally, choose love, right? It is a choice to choose love, to be in love in general, with you, within you and around you. So love is having the courage to raise your vibration, raise your energy, and heal yourself to make yourself feel whole. And then watching as your world, as your love expands, because love expands, fear shrinks, and love expands. So this is your opportunity to take back your power and choose love on Valentine's Day and beyond, to be that love, to find that love and vibrate it out.
You can listen to this whole podcast at mysoulcenter.org. Go to the resources download page, and we will continue the conversation there. Until next time, shalom, salam.
Namaste.
And peace.